Okay, in today's session, we are going to work upon how to work with list data structure in Python. Okay, so list basically it's collection of objects, okay, which represented in square brackets. Anything you see enclosed or placed under square bracket, we are going to refer it as a list. Okay, so what is the objective? Why we need a list? It can be used to store objects with any data type, okay, or with a mixture of data types, you can say. Fine. And you can update them. These are lists are mutable. You can update, you can change, you can delete and append, you can perform any sort of operations on list. Okay, and let's see an example. Here I have a variable called my list, and the list declaration or definition start with a square bracket. So all the elements of the list are enclosed in the square bracket, and each element is separated by a comma. So here I see 1 comma 2 comma and a string character a enclosed in double quotes comma true, a boolean. So I have integer, I have string, I have boolean placed under my list. So this is kind of a container who is holding mixture of different data types. I have integer, I have string, I have boolean. Okay. Now the moment you write this statements in your Python terminal and execute it, you will get all this information stored in this variable mylist. Okay, and the moment you call mylist.append of 5, you're going to get 5 appended at the end of the list. Okay, so 5 will be placed at the very end of, right after true, you will get 5 placed. This is nothing but if you want to add a new entry to your list, you're going to do something like this. A mylist dot append, you're going to pass one parameter, that is the new value which you want to insert. The moment you do it, then your list will become 1 2 a true and then 5. The another way of adding an element to existing list is this way. So my list, you're going to place plus sign equal to, and inside the square bracket you're going to place it as b. Okay, so the moment you do this, what it does is it's gonna place the b character at the very end of your list. So the same operation you can do with above syntax. Instead of writing it 5 here, you can just write in the quotes, you can write b. So there are multiple ways you can add elements to your list. So these are the two available options which I am listing. And this equation may be confusing. It's nothing but my list equal to my list plus b. When the moment we write like this, it's nothing but my list equal to my list plus b, this character. Okay, now let's look into the another function. For example, if you want to insert, for example, a requirement says that I want to, here the first element is 1, second element is 2, third element is a, fourth element is true, and so on, whatever we have added. Now if you want to insert something at very specific location, for example, if you want to insert at 0th location, remember that in Python indexing starts from 0. Okay, the 0th location I want to insert a text called first. So you're going to use function, built-in function from the list like this: my list dot insert 0, and then you are going to pass the parameter. The moment you run this statement, you're going to get first item placed in the very first location of your list. Rest all the elements will be remain unchanged. Only thing will be you are inserting a new element in the given location. Okay, so there are scenarios where you want to remove certain data elements from your list. Then you're going to use my list dot remove, and you're going to pass which element you want to remove. For example, I want to remove data element 2. The moment you execute this, 2 will be removed from the list. See the above list, if you compare the above list and the below list, 2 is removed completely from your list now. Okay, now these are some of the basic operations: append, insert and remove. How we are going to add an element, insert an element and remove an element from your list. And if you want to access the elements from data elements from your list, so again we are going to make use of the square brackets. To slice we can call, or to index we can call. So my list of 0 will give you the first data type, first data element. My list of minus 1 is nothing but reverse indexing. It will start from the reverse. It will give you the last element. Okay, my list of :3 means first 3 elements is gonna return. First 3 in the sense 1, 2 and 3. These are the 3 elements you're going to get as an output. Okay, now let's see an example about declaring two lists. There is one variable called first, which holds information like 1, 2, 3, and there is another list which is stored in the variable called second, 4, 5, 6. The moment you run this command, first plus equals to second, you're going to append the elements from both the list into first variable. Okay, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the same operation you can do with a built-in function called first dot extend second. So you are extending the first list by adding second list to it. So both the output will give you the same results. Since we have updated the first with the second here, that's why the continuation of the output you see here. Okay, now if you want to append a list within the list, for example, you have this is first and this is second. Okay, now you want to have the second list as a list within the list. How we are going to create a list within the list is nothing but like you have your first list, and the fourth element in the first list is going to be another list. So then you're going to use again the append, and you're going to pass this time the entire list in the append. Earlier we were passing just one element. This time we are passing an entire list to the particular first list. Okay, by doing so we will get an output like this. Okay, so this is about how you're going to add, insert, remove, how you're going to access elements from the list, and what are the different ways of appending and extending your existing list. Okay.